Gotta put something out in the morning. Boy, gotta put some content out. You know how that goes. Feed the viewers. Yeah, they want news on their Steam machine. All right. I got something for them. Fine. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day, by the way. Hope your 5 senses work, health, and strength is good or excellent. Yep. Also, you want some more news on your Steam machine? All right. Well, this from OC3D. OC3 3D. It says here the HDMI forum. No, wait. It says here the silly reason Steam machine lacks HDMI 2.1. Then subtopic: the HDMI forum is holding back Valve's Steam Deck and other Linux PCs. See, that title sounds more better. But anyway, it says here Valve Steam machine specifications are a little odd. Most modern gaming devices support HDMI 2.1, but Valve Steam machine only support HDMI 2.0. Why? It's not because Valve doesn't want to support HDMI 2.1. Okay, we got that clear. Right? We already know that the Steam machine can already do HDMI 2.1. All right, but it says, but because the HDMI forum won't let them. Says here in January 2024, the HDMI forum denied AMD's request to add HDMI 2.1 support to its open source driver for Linux. Says here the HDMI forum has blocked open source implementation of HDMI 2.1. That's a big problem for Valve Steam machine, as it uses AMD open source GPU drivers. Valve claimed that it has been trying to unblock things when asked about HDMI 2.1 support on its Steam machine. Technically, the device has an HDMI 2.1 port. However, this port only works through Windows using proprietary drivers. Then it says here 4K 120 Hz support with HDR despite only featuring HDMI 2.0. Alright. Says here Valve has worked around some of HDMI 2.0 limitation on its Steam machine. With HDMI 2.0, it can support 4K at 120 with HDR using chroma subsampling. This can impact image quality, though the impact is minor. The only exception to this is game that makes heavy use of text, as chroma subsampling can make text much blurrier. It says here alternatively, Steam machine users can use DisplayPort 1.4 and convert the signal to HDMI using a dongle. That can enable a higher level of display bandwidth without any issues. And then it says another subtopic here. The HDMI forum are holding back Linux gaming. It says here the HDMI forum refusal to allow open source HDMI 2.1 implementation is needlessly harming Linux users. This is a problem for Valve Steam machine and any future Linux powered gaming system. Hardware is getting let down by software bureaucracy. And then it says, does the HDMI forum really need to work this hard to protect HDMI 2.1? And that's the end of the article. This is on OC3D. Well, we know the reasons now. We know the one issue with the Steam machine now. It's the HDMI forum holding up HDMI 2.1. Not letting it be used on the open source market. And this is kind of like like what some of the developers would do when it comes to the Steam Deck. They will try to blame Linux they will try to blame Linux for their cheating issues, but live in a world of denial, like Windows don't have cheaters. And you already seen what happened with EA when 300,000 cheaters attacked Battlefield. But then EA now try to come out with a statement, try to make it look like their anti-cheat program is working. So these are the issues. The Steam machine, Steam Deck, Linux as a whole is facing right now with HDMI 2.1. You know, it's the forum that's it's the HDMI forum. They're the one that's holding them back right now, holding back Linux. So we'll see how long this goes on. You know, how long this tug of war between the HDMI forum, AMD, and Linux goes on. You know, but Valve is looking for a workaround. So I'll keep you guys up to date on this. So yeah. I mean the Steam machine. The Steam machine, Steam Deck. They use AMD open source drivers. They do, and HDMI forum is playing hardball here. So yeah, that's how it is in the Linux world, man. It's not that the machines can't run the games. It's just some people want to play hardball and then point the finger and play the blame game when it comes to this. So anyway, let's see here. What else? Let's see. They denied requests. The HDMI forum denied AMD to add HDMI 2.1 support to its open source drivers for Linux. Okay, that might be a market share problem too. Windows, Linux. That might play a part in it too. So anyway, so it says the HDMI forum has blocked open source implementation of HDMI 2.1. That's a big problem for Valve Steam machine, and it uses AMD open source GPU drivers. Sound like the article says bureaucracy, favoritism. See, Nvidia don't go through this. They don't. Anyway, what else? Valve is trying to unblock stuff. Okay. Well, good for them. Good for them. Keep working at it. They said there's a workaround, and that's where the chroma subsampling comes in. Well, that's a start. But how long can this go on though? Yeah. So the whole HDMI forum right now is the culprit in all of this, you know. So, well, I'll keep you guys in the loop on this, on what's going on when it comes to this Valve, Linux, you know, Steam OS, AMD, Steam machine, Steam Deck. I'll keep you in the loop. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye for now.